guys. I know it's kind of humid. The bugs are bad. I'm going to try to keep this short. I say it every time. And I just start ranting. So bear with me here, guys. This is by far the largest meeting we've had out here in this area, so I'm obviously excited. Hopefully you're able to take something from this. Again, like you said, if it's not for you, no big deal. You know, it's not for everyone. I'll be the first to tell you that. We don't want to see anyone waste their money, their time. We don't obviously want to waste our time, guys, but hopefully something clicks. For even just one person here tonight, you see what we see, you're able to wrap your head around or you know, the big picture and what's going on here. And you know, kind of as I did 13 months ago, and you know, swap numbers with those guys, stay connected, because this thing's gonna get really big. And hearing about it tonight's kind of like hearing about Apple in the 90s or Facebook with a few thousand users. Dude, timing in business is everything. And again, whether you take it for what it's worth or not, I don't really care. And I don't say that to be like a dick, but it just doesn't matter. You know, there's a lot of people that told me this wouldn't work 13 months ago, and you can, you know, imagine what they think now. You know, guys, but kind of getting into my story, I was introduced to this whole thing, like I said, about a year ago. A buddy of mine from Penn State, he was in the engineering major with me. We pledged neighboring frats together. You know, Penn State obviously being a big party school, and my point being is this is a kid that I saw as like my drinking buddy on the weekend. You know, we would, you know, BS in the dorms. You're on the same dorm floor, so he's just a good friend of mine. But in terms of like, you know, being business oriented, I just, you know, when he approached me with this whole thing, I kind of laughed in his face. I'm like, dude, you don't know the first thing about business. You're trying to tell me we can make a lot of money and drive free BMWs out off an orange energy drink, and I kind of blew him up. You know, but he claimed there was kids, Luke Kish at the time, who had, you know, made a couple $1,000, you know, in this thing, no hours, no boss, and I was intrigued, to say the least. Dude, I was working a job for $8 an hour. I didn't like what I was doing, who I was working with, yeah, and the money I was making, so I was in no position to have like a closed mind toward it all. So I'm like, all right, dude, if you can introduce me to this kid, Luke Kish, if you can answer all my questions. I was very skeptical. You know, I'm in. So we sat down, dude. I had a lot of questions. Luke had a lot of answers, and at that point, I saw this thing was going to get really big. It would happen with or without me. I needed Vemma more than it needed me. I needed a change in my life because I wasn't happy with my current situation. A lot of you guys in the crowd, you're probably, you know, not happy with your current situation, whether it's the money you're making, the hours you're working, maybe the classes you're taking. And in order to achieve something you've never had, guys, you've got to go out and do something you've never done. Right? So I knew that I would have to make a change if I wanted that time and financial freedom everyone strives for. I saw Vemma as my vehicle to take me there, guys. So I dove right on board. A little bit about the products that we're working with. I'm going to kind of keep this short. We encourage you guys to do your own research. It's the easiest way to understand what's going on. Obviously, look at credible resources. Don't look at a blog from someone that's half illiterate. It says Scotland and not Scottsdale, Arizona. You know, and spells Vemma wrong. Don't count that as credible. You know, look at credible, you know, do credible research, guys. But Vemma is the company. Basically, came out 8 years ago out of Scottsdale, Arizona. Vemma is vitamins, essential minerals, magnesium, aloe vera. So they started with a 2-ounce liquid vitamin supplement. Really healthy for you. Our parents were taking it. They were seeing really good health results in terms of blood pressure, lowering blood pressure, helping joint control, increasing immune functions, you know, eliminating free radical cells in your body. The mangosteen is really high in antioxidants, which are really, you know, helpful in terms of the health, which I saw was cool. But no one here, being like college and high school students, gets excited about a vitamin supplement, right? It's like I was sick every other weekend at the frat. I was living by like a very unhealthy means, just because I feel like young people, we take our health for granted. So what the company did in order to target us, seeing how connected we are, they wanted to you know, expose a product to all of this, guys. They made Verve, this healthy energy drink. Okay, our friends are spending money on Red Bull, Rockstar, Monster, coffee, Starbucks, you know, everything, dude, Gatorade, Powerade, the whole 9 yards every single day. And if it's not that, dude, let's be honest, weed, beer, Adderall, right? We're in college, high school, like I'm not an idiot. So we're spending money on all this stuff that just does not matter. And I saw a year ago I could transfer my dollars, stop spending money on the Red Bull on the weekends, and mix with, you know what, the coffee every morning at 8 a.m. to get me through my class because I was up all night the night before. Guys, and I could buy Verve for about $2.80 a can. And even if I made no money in this business, which obviously I had planned to, I was becoming healthier by drinking a Verve a day. Like, as simple as that, right? Which, you know, I think is something we take for granted, our health, and that was important to me. So I saw a ton of potential in the product, guys, you know, being, you know, superior to everything else that's already on the market that we're already spending money on. Now, credibility, real quick, if you guys are skeptical, understand that's normal. Red flags you up, this is different. I think different's good because when you look around, most people in your life probably don't have what you want. Unless someone has the time and the financial freedom you want and the things that you want and lives the life that you want, probably don't take their advice. You know, and so when my friend told me this was a scam, one of those pyramid things, just because it looks like a triangle, and I was like, all right, dude, I got it. You know, I'm going to go and do some of my own research. Actually learned that Verve is the official drink of the Phoenix Suns. Being out of Scottsdale, it's right there, so they linked up with the Suns. The Charlotte Bobcats, who, as we always say, are pretty shitty as a team. But their owner being Mike Jordan, obviously a big name in basketball, he chose Verve as their official wellness product over Gatorade, which is big. He built a Verve nightclub lounge in their stadium, if you're ever in Charlotte, you know, down south. which is pretty cool. You know, to see that he obviously endorses the product from like a product standpoint. It's healthy for you, and company credibility. You know, obviously they wouldn't attach their brand, being the Bobcats, an organization much bigger than Vemma itself, to any kind of product backed by any legal business. Dude, if this were a scammer scheme, it'd be illegal. If it were illegal, it would have been shut down. We wouldn't be in our 8th year, not for like $250 million. We did 117 million last year. Okay, guys, Dr. Oz recommends Verve on a show. If it's good enough for Dr. Oz, America's doctor, the #1 watched face on television, he calls his favorite boutique fighter next to a handful of almonds, it's good enough for me. This boss, Oprah Winfrey, is like a superhuman. Her net worth is like $3 billion. She has Uggs on her show, and all girls go out and buy Uggs. Like, she's got a lot of influence. Isn't going to risk her multi-billion-dollar reputation by letting her doctor endorse the product again, attach anything you know, illegitimate. The government, they tax us on every dollar, guys. It's completely legit. You've got to understand that when there's opportunity to succeed, there's opportunity to fail. Anywhere in business, right? And so if you heard from a kid or a friend that Vemma doesn't work, or Vemma's stupid, or it didn't work for them, it's because they didn't work, dude. If I have a gym membership and I don't go, I can't call the gym a scam because I don't see results. You know, the people that go, the people that work hard, they eat right, they'll see results. It works if you work. The more you work, the more it works, and only if you work, guys. But I got excited, met a kid about a year ago who had what I wanted, and more importantly, was willing to teach me. And I was like, sign me up, man. You know, I was all in. So, guys, how does it work? And I'm gonna pass it to my buddy Luke. I don't want to stand up here for too long, guys. It's pretty simple. Who has a Facebook? I ask at every meeting. Show of hands, dude. Everyone, right? Cool. So you guys had a Facebook. You probably got it a couple years ago. Probably had a MySpace when we got it. It's like I did, and I was like, Facebook's stupid. I don't want anything to do with it. My MySpace was like, you know, I was chilling with that. I had all these friends. I felt like popular and shit. And I'm like, dude, I want nothing to do with Facebook. What do you say? I want nothing to do with Facebook. And enough of my friends, we're like, as a culture, like as a generation, dude, we're just like afraid of change, right? Which I think is funny. But finally, enough of my friends are like, yo, check out Facebook, dude, it's the next big thing. So what I do, I got one. Then what did I do? I told my friend about it. And I built a social network over the last 7 years, if I had to guess. I like 2,000-3,000 people, if not more, using Facebook, using that product. Okay, guys, and so the cool part about that is that I could take that same network and turn that into a business. Guys, the only problem with our Facebook is that Zuckerberg made all the money. He made like $13 billion after selling half the company. And who here got a check in the mail for going and building his business? Probably no one, right? So my point is that with Vemma, you do the same thing. You become a consumer of a better product. You go and you share it with a couple people. I shared it with a few of my family members, you know, my friends, 14 of my friends in the last 13 months. Only 7 of which stuck with it, only 7 of which took the business seriously, or, you know, kept interest in the products, and that's okay. But dude, in working through friend to friend, I've turned 7 people into an active network of about 4,000 product consumers after 13 months, guys. Generates over $500,000 every single month for the company Vemma. And because in direct sales and network marketing, this industry that we're within, that does $167 billion a year, Avon, Amway, Herbalife, Mary Kay, you know, girls, Avon and Mary Kay, like moms and lotion and makeup products. You know, Amway is the official sponsor of the LA Galaxy, or the Orlando Magic rather. Herbalife's on the LA Galaxy's jersey, guys, like protein pill capsules. Beachbody, the company behind P90X, right? All within this massive industry. They take their ad budget, and instead of, like Red Bull does, spending on billboards, TV ads, paying Shaun White retail space to have it in a 7-Eleven, you know, Vemma takes out that middleman. They just send it right to you. They save dollars there, and they pay that ad budget out to you and I. Gives us the opportunity to go in and build a network, something we're really good at, share a product with our friends, something we do all the time already. You hear a new song, you watch a new movie, try a new food, you go and you tell your friend about it, you tweet about it. And our friends being people we share common interests with, they go and they check it out. You take the opinion of a friend more seriously than a billboard any day of the week, right? We don't watch TV commercials unless it's the Super Bowl. We don't look at billboards. We don't watch the YouTube advertisements. We watch the video after the ad that our friend was like, yo, check out. So it just makes sense. And because there's so much money involved, guys, Vemma pays out 50 cents on every dollar they make in product sale revenue. You can build a really fat network, generate a lot of new revenue for the company, make a lot of money for yourself. As a result, guys, my network, you know, because of how it's balanced and set up, like Travis said, I'll hit a rank called Ambassador this month, which by title pays about $250,000 a year. I'm 20, no hours, no boss. I travel around with my friends in cool cars. And dude, it's like, it's just a lifestyle, man. It's like a year ago, we didn't even know if this would work. But it's just, you gotta understand the circumstances have aligned. The product's perfect, the young people culture, it's never been seen before. Our logic is that if other companies can go to the billions with, you know, no Facebook, no iPhones, no Skype, what's gonna happen when the same concept falls in the hands of young people? And when there's such a need for it? The economy's really bad. I'm not here to be the bad guy, but 1 in 2 kids, you cut this, you know, group in half of you will find jobs. That's a statistic. if you do, the average starting salary is like 30 grand a year. Student loan debt just passed $1 trillion nationwide. It's larger than credit card debt, and rates just doubled. And I'm not up here to scare you or to say don't go to school, but keep your options open because times are changing. To have a degree today doesn't mean the same as to have one when our parents graduated, dude. You know, we're in the information age. What are we good at? Networking and sharing information. Why not take that, take what we're good at, and go and, you know, build a business with it, dude? When you really, really break it down, it just makes sense, guys. And my last thing, just understand that this thing will get really, 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 really big with or without anyone here. I plan to be in the top 50 income earner list of the company this month, guys, 13 months in, meaning I'm flushing out adults that have been doing it for years. Luke's number 39, you'll hear from him in just a minute. If I quit tomorrow, it will not stop Ema from evolving into a huge company. And I saw the opportunity for what it was worth. Some do, some don't. You know, you just find them, dude. You just sort through social networks. You find the people that see what we saw. And dude, the sky's the limit. You know, there's 20 million kids in college. There's 5 million freshmen every year. We're in 58 countries. You do the math. It's gonna get really, 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 really big, guys. And hearing about it tonight, yeah. You know, it's like hearing about Apple in the 90s. Like I said, guys, timing is everything. Whether you choose to do it, dude, you know, it's really on you guys. It's between you and you. Obviously, to get involved, we want to help you every step of the way. That's why we're out here in support of these guys. So I want to introduce my buddy Luke, guys. Afterwards, swap numbers. You know, feel free to get out of here. I know the bugs are bad. We're gonna stick around and you know, answer questions and whatnot. We got another meeting at 10 o'clock in Chatham or Chatham, how do you say that? You know, so you guys are welcome to come out to that. Should be big. But guys, Luke Kish, you know, without him in the beginning, dude, would not be where I'm at today. His belief, his conviction in this thing was really what got me. You know, I could have very easily blown him off, and who knows where we would be. But he's number 39 in the company out of about 200,000 people, guys. He's 20 years old. He's been doing this 13 months. I'll let him touch on those numbers. They're pretty scary, even scarier than mine. But thank you for having me out, guys.